Well, welcome back to Slowpoke Racing, everybody, and with the Tyre Shredders racing as well. This is round 2 of the Carerra Cup, and we are still in Belgium, sunny Belgium as well, I might add. We normally get a spot of the wet stuff falling whenever anybody races in Belgium, but no, it's lovely and clear, nice blue skies. We are, of course, at this Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and I really need to stop trying to say that. It is just Spa. So, like I say, I've apologised many times for my pronunciation, and I will carry on doing it. And I will carry on trying. Why not? Hey. So we're at Spa, 4.3 miles, 20 turns. Fantastic race we saw in race 1, which we saw Gaz take the win with Racing Sim in second, and Jakayla, an absolutely awesome race from Jakayla to come all the way from the back to take 3rd place on the podium. This, of course, is going to be a reverse grid. So poor old Jakayla's got it all to do again. But Gaz has got the hardest battle. I am joined again by Chris, the CEO of Tyre Shredders Racing. So welcome back, Chris.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, definitely. The race one was really, really good, especially the sort of race Jakayla had, especially because he went off, didn't he, a Rouge. Picked up a 5-second penalty for some strange reason. I think he hit the barrier, and it's just the game decided that was worthy of a 5 seconds, and he managed to fight his way from where he was through the pack and get a podium. So well done to him. Yeah,
great racing from him. Now we do. Corky had to retire in race 1. We're not sure why, but I believe you've got some news on that.
Yeah, so I believe he went off to, I think it's a Rouge again. It's a bit of a demon of a corner, really, as we all know. He got a bit of damage to the car from the front end. He went into the pits, got that repaired, but they also decided that the clutch itself went, so that's why he had to retire from race 1, and unfortunately has not been able to get repaired ready for race 2.
Yeah, so that's unlucky for Corky. So it was great to see him back on circuit. He wasn't there for Nürburgring in race 1. He did make a return for this one, but unfortunately he's had to retire. So unlucky for Corky, but there are still 8 other guys on track, ready and raring to go. So let's get them started. We'll have a quick look down the grid, if I can do this without messing up the cameras this time. So reverse grid, as we've said. So Vane finds himself now on pole position. Yeah, I'm doing it right. So Vane is on pole position. Footy is just behind him in second. Carlsberg is 3rd on the grid. 4th is Ghost Pepper. 5th is Jakayla, 6th is Sai, 7th is Racing Sim, and 8th is our race 1 winner Gaz, starting right at the back. So he's got it all to do. So let's get this race underway. 25 minutes then. I forgot I didn't see, look at the lap count for race 1. I can't remember what it was, but
you know what, neither did I.
No, I didn't see. 25 minutes anyway. As they all make their way up through a Rouge for the first time. Oh dear.
Jakayla's gone already.
It's Jakayla again.
He had a bit of a ballerina moment there, doesn't he?
Wow. It happened in race 1, and he's done exactly the same in race 2. Now, was he helped? Oh, now then. I'm going to have another quick look at this. And
from taking a bit much of his rear bumper.
Let's just have a look. Well, there's a bit of a bumper kiss from Sai. Well,
that's sat on the car that much.
That's a difficult one. Well, Sai, do you know what? Sai has pulled over, so he's obviously taken responsibility for that. Oh, poor old Jakayla. Come on, get off the grass. 5 seconds again.
I did wonder what was going on with Sai's car then, but why has it just stopped with Jakayla?
No, I think, you know, in all fairness to Sai, he's took full responsibility of that. He's pulled over and he's given the place back to Jakayla. Now, both Sai and Jakayla are, well, they're a long way off the rest of the pack now, and poor old Jakayla with that 5-second penalty. But well done to Sai, actually. That's what... good racing.
That's what it's about, isn't it? This is the sort of race they have to get everyone opposed. You know, everyone's respectful. Everyone admits the mistake straight away and rectifies the.
That's good racing from Sai. So yeah, well done to him. Back up to the front though, and Footy has managed to get himself past Vane, so Footy now takes up the lead of race 2. Vane drops into second. He's coming under a bit of pressure from Ghost Pepper, who's also coming under pressure from Carlsberg. In fact, let's jump on board with Carlsberg in these early few turns, as he has maybe a little bit of a bumper kiss there with Ghost Pepper. Quick look in the mirror and we can see Gaz has already positioned himself on the inside. As we come around turn 15, still side by side then with Carlsberg and Gaz, but Gaz just manages to get the job done through turn 16 as they head on to Blanchimont. Quick look in the mirror and Racing Sim is poised and ready to take 5th away from Carlsberg again, so he's being properly mugged at the minute, Carlsberg. As we come through turn 18, he's going to try and sit there, get onto the rear bumper of Gaz as they head into the bus stop chicane. It is all about the exit at this one as Carlsberg goes up the inside. Ooh,
that was very deep.
I think he had trouble getting the car slowed down. In fact, let's just go back and have a quick look at this. I really do think that Carlsberg had a bit of trouble slowing the car there. You can see the brakes have gone on for Gaz, and Carlsberg all of a sudden found himself on the inside of Gaz.
Yeah, he managed to make the move stick on Gaz, but unfortunately Vane just happened to be in his way as well.
Yeah, there was a few got caught up in that. Now it's a bit of a drag race now down towards turn 1. Carlsberg just holding on to 4th. He has got the inside line, although Gaz having another look up the inside.
He might get him on the exit, you know.
Carlsberg just holding on to 4th, Gaz in 5th, and Racing Sim just sitting there watching all this happening, waiting for a mistake from one of the guys up ahead so he can pounce on it. As Gaz puts the pressure on as they come on to Radion. A great move from Gaz. He's pulled alongside Carlsberg already. He got a great exit, didn't he? Onto the Camel straight then, and now it is drag racing, a 4-car battle as we head down towards Lacombe's. Gaz just moving up into 3rd. Carlsberg having a look at the inside. Vane getting caught up in all of this as well. That's probably not what he wants. But Gaz just managed.
If you were Carlsberg at the moment on this, what would you be doing? Would you just wait for people to make mistakes, or would you try and try and push?
I think I would just be waiting. I don't see the point this early on getting involved in such a big scrap. I think it's just a case of let's just sit and see what happens. We don't want to be going. We don't want to be going off. Yeah, we don't want to be going off, do we? Like Jacayla did. But they've all settled down a little bit now, and we're back to normal racing. Racing Sim just sitting there behind Carlsberg. I think they've all took a bit of a deep breath now as Vane goes very, very wide on the exit of Poulon. And that's allowed Carlsberg to get alongside of him. So Carlsberg going all the way around the outside. No, he's on the inside now. Racing. Well, we've got 3-1. Vane, he's not giving this one up, is he? He's just saying to these guys, if you want this, you're going to have to earn it. Well, Racing Sim... Yeah, Racing Sim has got by, and Carlsberg he's desperately looking for that gap, isn't he, past Vane? But Vane, has, as I've said, he said, you want it, you've got to fight for it, mate. He's not just going to give it to you.
How it should be. It's good to see guys racing like this because
there's Carlsberg
massive amount of respect for each other, but also you've got to earn your place.
Yeah,
you want to go for the win. You want the points. You've got to go for it.
Yeah, you don't expect other people to just move out of your way. So poor old Carlsberg is fighting away. I thought he did go a little bit wide there through turn 18 and has picked up half a second penalty. So let's jump on board with Carlsberg as we cross the start-finish line to start lap 3 into La Source at turn 1. Vane very, very deep, and that's the opportunity that Carlsberg was looking for, and now moves up into 5th quite easily there. That was handed to him, to be honest. So Vane now drops down into 6th, and we're just going to stay on board with Carlsberg as we go through Rouge onto Radion. No penalties picked up there, so Carlsberg settles into 5th, Vane in 6th. Sai in 7th with Jacayla in 8th. So these two having their own private little battle right at the back. This was after their coming together they had in the early stages of this race. And
I still expect to see Jacayla move up, even though he is quite a way off the pack at the moment, as you can see from the map. But they're not really that far away. I thought they'd be further apart from that. So I can, with how Jacayla was in race 1, I am expecting to move up.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, and Sai as well. I mean, Sai's very quick as well. Now then, is it Sai who has the dodgy controller that won't turn left sometimes?
I think he's got it sorted. I generally think he's got it sorted. Either that, he's got very, very crafty with an old elastic band or something.
He must be doing something right, because he seems to be taking some of these turns superbly. So, yeah, I'm expecting both of these, Jacala and Si, to start making their way through the pack, or at least catching them up. We are just over 6 minutes, so about 18. Just as I say that, Jacala.
There we go.
He does like
to wheel on the grass again, you know.
He does like to spin around a bit, doesn't he?
He is our resident ballerina in this round, by the looks of it.
Well, Si got on the grass there. Do you know what I think it was? It caught him out.
Yeah,
I think it caught him out.
A little bit of contact, I think. And then as Jacala's moved to the left to go round him, he just hit the grass.
Yeah, now Si's pulled over there, but I don't think Si needed to.
I don't think Si could have kept going there. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Si's.
That was Jacala's fault. He just seemed to catch up to the back of Si very, very quickly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the guy doing the chasing. It's up to him to brake. It's you can't,
the rules do say in our Discord that it does say that it's the responsibility of the driver behind to pass cleanly.
Of course it is. As long as it's not a brake check, as long as it's not a blatant brake check, the guy in front, he can brake wherever he wants to brake. It's of course he can. This is a discussion from across the board in all of GT7. In any league that you'll find some of the guys will brake slightly earlier than others, and if you're chasing one of those guys, it's up to you to avoid him. So
it's up to you to react to it. I mean,
that one there,
very, very early, don't they? So
yeah,
which also
Si waited, but on this occasion, I really don't think he needed to. But there we go.
Either, but again, it's good to see it sorted out on track and not needed the stewards.
Yeah, absolutely. But back up then to the sharp end, Gaz doing what he did in race 1, and that is leading from the front. He's out there. He's got quite a gap, actually. I'll say a good 2-3 second gap between himself and Footy. Footy, though, having a great race in second at the minute. He's got Ghost Pepper and Racing Sim chasing him down, which is not what you want to see when you look in your rear view mirror. But he's doing a good job at the minute, is Footy. Racing Sim in 4th. Then we've got Carlsberg in 5th. He's not really under a lot of pressure, is he? I'm just looking into the distance. We just about saw Vane coming round the corner. So a bit of a gap then from Carlsberg back to Vane. Vane seems to like collecting penalties, doesn't he? I should be surprised if that's not another one.
No, it hasn't been added.
Well,
usually on by now. So
it looks like he's got away with it. So lucky for him, but he has got already half a second. Maybe the game just took a little bit of pity and said, well, you've already got half a second. We're not bothered with another one.
Yeah, maybe. I do think though that if you do take a wide line, for example, where the penalties do kick in, if you actually lose lap time, the game doesn't trigger the penalty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've also heard as well that if you do break track limits, if you actually don't put your foot on the accelerator, you can also get away with the penalty as well. I
think that's the same sort of thing, because if you're coasting, you're going to be losing lap time anyway.
Yeah,
so I think that's
it's only if you are accelerating. Now then, Jacala's got the hazards going, so he's either got a problem or he's giving an indicator to Si. I don't know what's going on there, but the hazards are going for Jacala. Unless he doesn't know. He's probably just hit the button.
Mad techno music going on, wants his lights to match the beat, maybe.
Yeah, he's probably just caught the button, to be fair. So back up to Gaz. He's opening up quite a decent gap now. So let's have a look at the time. So with just coming up to 10 minutes, so 15 minutes to go, and Gaz is already off and running, and just caught a glimpse of Footy there as he came up onto the Kemmel Straight. So good gap there as Racing Sim has a look at taking P2 away from Footy. Racing Sim on the inside then as they come up towards turn 7, and that should be an easy move for
backed out of that.
Yeah,
Footy broke a lot earlier than Racing Sim and let him through, which is great etiquette really, because if they both kept in it, there would have been contact. So
I think, to be fair, the move was done. I think Footy knew that Racing Sim, he positioned that car perfectly on the inside, and there's not a lot that Footy could do about that. He'd got to go around the outside, which is the more difficult line, So yeah, sensible thing to do. Just back out, keep facing the right way, and keep racing. Although he is now coming under a bit of pressure from Ghost Pepper, who's doing exactly the same thing, getting himself on the inside, gets the job done before the turn. Another great overtake from Ghost Pepper, although Footy is fighting back. I thought he was going to try and get himself on the inside then, but no, he's just slotted in behind Ghost Pepper. So Ghost Pepper.
Do you find that when you're in a situation like this, you sort of forget about racing your own race and you just try and beat the guy in front of you?
You do, and I think you do get caught up in it, and it's just a natural thing to do. Everybody says just do your own thing, stick to your line, but it's very difficult to stick to your line when somebody else is on it.
Is. And certainly when you think, oh, I can gain a place there, and sort of that mentality takes over, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you try and get past them.
And sometimes as well, I think you're forced into it as well. It's because you're racing so closely to other people, and the gap is opened up, and you're kind of forced into the gap. And you're off your line, and you do get caught up in it, and unfortunately that's when mistakes happen. But as we saw Ghost Pepper do there, he managed to get the move done before he reached the turn, so he could get back onto his own racing line. And it was around Poulon, and he did it before he got there, which is that's the whole thing to do, isn't it? Get there before you get the move done before you get to the turn, so you can get back onto your own racing line, like you say. Concentrate on that then.
Yeah. Concentrate on your own race, and then hopefully the other guy doesn't catch you and knocks your concentration again. Yeah,
so one person who's not going to worry about any of that is Gaz. He's out in front looking very comfortable. He's got the radio on, the window's probably down, he's taking in some of the views.
To the roof,
absolutely. He's waving to the crowd as he goes along. He's under no pressure at all. Racing Sim in second, and it looks like he's got a bit of a decent gap as well, back to Ghost Pepper. There's a good 2 or 3 seconds gap there, so Racing Sim not under any great pressure. Ghost Pepper in third. Well, he'll be relieved to see that Footy's got a half a second penalty, so Ghost Pepper is just going to help secure that third podium spot as he can just pull away. Now these half seconds, they usually equate to about a second.
Yeah, by the time you've come up to that point, because by the time you've slowed down, you've got back up to speed again.
Absolutely. Although, you know, Spa, the penalty zone isn't in a bad place actually. And
some of them are terrible. Some of them are like right at the start, finish straight, or it's just like.
I think the worst
ruins both laps.
The worst one is the Brazilian. I can't remember the name now.
Oh, Interlagos.
I think that is the worst one. It is just after turn 12. It's uphill. It's a terrible spot.
So much momentum, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, this isn't too bad because you've got your foot down on the accelerator anyway. You're really giving it the beans. The brakes are slammed on. A lot of the time, it's just a case of drop a gear and you're back up to speed again. So you don't lose a massive amount of time, but as you can see there, Footy has just dropped away a little bit from Ghost Pepper. Carlsberg, bit of a lonely race. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry, the only way I found to counteract these penalties is that if nitro was permitted, you just keep your finger on that button and it just fires you like being out of a cannon again. You don't lose that much time, but
no,
it's going to be you're still losing something somewhere, aren't you? You know.
Yeah, it's still half a second. You're stopping for half a second basically, but back up. But yeah, poor old Carlsberg, excuse me, down in fifth. It's a bit of a lonely race for him. He can just about see Footy up ahead, and I think I said it last week as well actually. Carlsberg gets the extra point for the best livery. Let's have a look at this. Let's see. I think he's got the best livery by far. So we'll give him an extra point for that. Get the right camera angle. There we go. So Carlsberg in fifth. He's got Jacala chasing it down in sixth. Now, poor old Jacala. We were expecting better things, really, weren't we? But then he had, as well as the coming together,
he's had a too big, really big sort of.
He did. We had it right at the very beginning with his Sai, and then those two had another coming together. A couple of laps ago, I think it was lap 3, was it? Lap 3, lap 4, something like that.
But he is putting in purple laps, so who knows where he's going to finish. He's doing, he could even catch Carlsberg at this rate. Yeah,
fastest lap again for Jacala, 2:20.2. So if we just have a look at the lap time, so Gaz's fastest is a 2:21. Racing Sim, his fastest is a 2:22, so he's definitely off pace from Gaz.
About half a second, I think it is, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
More than that.
Ghost Pepper, his fastest is a 2:22 as well. So he's matched
7 down on Racing Sim.
He's he's sort of matching. Well, I'm going to say he's matching Racing Sim, but he's not.
Pace, isn't he? But
yeah,
he's
Racing Sim is
4 by looks of it, Ghost Pepper.
Yeah, Racing Sim is a lot more consistent.
Yeah.
Footy in the 25s, although consistently in the 25s. Carlsberg, yeah, 23 is his best, and then we've got Jacala. Well, we know that he can be consistently 21s.
Yeah, and he can be on for the lap. I think this lap's purple as well, so if we stay with him,
yeah, so
we get the fastest lap again though.
We know that the Jacala is the fastest guy on track at the minute, but he is down in 6 and he's got a lot of ground to catch up. He's got about 8.5 minutes to do it, so currently in 6. Well, yeah.
I think he just saw Carlsberg going through the bus stop, but I'm not too sure whether he's going to catch him or not.
No, he is a good few seconds off of the guys up ahead. So let's just have a look. No, not quite the fastest lap, but it is still a 2:20. And let's have a look. Where is Carl? Well, we've just seen Carlsberg go off into the distance there as Jacala comes around turn
go back
1.
Onto Carlsberg again, Ford, just see what he's lapping at the moment. So he's doing 3 seconds a lap faster than Carlsberg, so there's a good chance he might be able to get close to him towards the end of the race.
Yeah, well, we've got about 8 minutes to go, just under 8 minutes of this race to go. Carlsberg obviously Carlsberg concentrating on trying to get onto the back of Footy. Actually, he's not that far up the road, is he? Footy in 4th. So the first 3. The podium at the minute, it looks like Gaz has pretty much got this one sewn up. Racing Sim in 2nd. Where is he? There he is. Ghost Pepper in 3rd. So those 3 looking pretty comfortable at the minute, although Footy is not that far off the back of Ghost Pepper. I'm not sure if he's left it a little bit too late, but he's going to be coming under pressure from Carlsberg soon.
Yeah. Only needs a mistake, doesn't it? A slight little mistake, a slight off from Ghost Pepper or Footy, and Carlsberg could even
absolutely.
Oh,
Carlsberg!
Wide, like he'd say, spoke too soon.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. That could be a penalty there. Now, what I am going to have a quick look at while I think about it is the tyres. So, Gaz, just about 45%, I would say.
Yeah.
Front left, fuel. Yeah, between 1/4 so he's okay for fuel. Right. Racing Sim, he's about the same, maybe even slightly better with his tyres.
Yeah, like I said, I think Gaz is on a control and obviously Racing Sim's on a wheel, so you are a bit smoother. And
yeah.
Like I said, on race 1 it does affect the tyre wear and you are a little bit kinder on those tyres with the wheel.
Ghost Pepper, he's about the same as...
same as Gaz really, isn't he?
He's about the same as Gaz, yeah. There's only Racing Sim that's slightly better. Ghost Pepper, yeah... He says okay. I think he's got about another 7 minutes, so I think he's going to be okay to the end of the race. Footy, he's looked after his tyres slightly better.
I think he's got slightly better fuel as well, so he could be short shifting.
But then again,
a bit more.
Yeah, but then again, his lap times are slightly down, so that would explain.
That would explain it.
The fuel and the tyres. Carlsberg, I think everybody's tyres are pretty much the same.
They're pretty much, yeah,
Jacala,
45-50%ish.
Yeah, Jacala obviously burning through the fuel, but he's putting in the quicker lap time, so that's it goes hand in hand, doesn't it? The quicker you go, the more fuel you're going to use. Just about 1/4 of a tank, but more than enough to get to the end of the race, I think. Sai in 7th, not been a great race for him in race 2, unfortunately, with the coming together he's had with Jacala. And then Vane, well, he started in pole, didn't he? But the other guys have since caught him up and relegated him down to 8. Now, he's obviously had a bit of an issue as well because he is a long way off the back of Sai. So I think Vane has had an issue, may have picked up some penalty points. But the main thing is, he is still going and he's still out there enjoying it, and that's what it's all about. You don't necessarily have to be at the front all the time to enjoy this. And good on Vane, he's still going. So back up to the top. Let's see if we can find anybody that's battling away. And there's no point looking at anyone on the podium in a minute because they are so far ahead of everybody else. Footy, he's all on his own as well in 4th.
I think this is the battle, though, isn't it? 4th, 5th, 6th.
Yeah, Carlsberg doing everything he can to catch up to the back of Footy, but he just doesn't seem to be making that progress, does he? Jacayla, let's jump on board with Jacayla, shall we? As we go around turns 15 and then into 16 at Stavelot. On to Blanchard.
Sorry, I don't know about you, but if you were to Carlsberg at the moment in this sort of scenario, knowing that you've got the guy behind you who is very, very quick, there's going to be an element of nervousness coming in, isn't there? Where obviously
absolutely
potentially induce mistakes as well. So he's got to really keep his cool here and keep his head.
And I think this is, as you were saying earlier about running your own race, and I think this is where it all starts to go wrong because you will be looking, you will know that Jacayla is the quickest guy on track. He's got the fastest lap. And you have a quick look in your mirror and you see it's him that's coming up behind you, and it is going to put you off. And
easily distracts you, doesn't it? It knocks you off your...
Absolutely, yeah.
It knocks you out your groove, really, if you can call it that. I mean, Jacayla, it does look like he is catching him slightly as well, which we said earlier, didn't we? With a 3-second gap, he could be on the back of him towards the end of the race.
He's definitely catching him, and as you see the power input, Jacayla doesn't. Now then, that is going to be a penalty.
That won't be a penalty. That might help in Carlsberg's favour.
I was
1.5 seconds.
Now then,
1.5. That's harsh.
I think I know somebody who's going to have the biggest grin on his face now, and that is going to be Carlsberg.
Did you hear that then? That little sigh of relief then coming from that portion of it.
Yes, yeah. What does it say?
Number 177. That little gasp.
Look at this, Jacayla right on the back of Carlsberg as well, but Carlsberg knows that Jacayla's got 1.5 second penalty, which is going to equate to about 2.5 seconds. So Carlsberg has got, he's smiling.
He's got a penalty as well, so he might even be able to get 4 here, Carlsberg.
Well, everything seems to be coming to Carlsberg at the minute. He's just got to keep his concentration, and you were saying it a minute ago, just concentrate on your own race. He knows what's happening around him. Jacayla's got a big penalty. Footy's got 0.5 second penalty. So Carlsberg, just do your own thing, mate, and let the race come to you. Don't worry about the guys around you because they've got their own problems.
Yeah, I think Jacayla's just trying to keep the slip on Carlsberg, just to try and reduce that penalty.
Yeah, he could have done with getting by Carlsberg, couldn't he? But this is, as I say, it's played right into Carlsberg's hands. So Jacayla then will just follow him into the penalty zone, and bang, brakes are on.
Anchors out, that's it. It's terror. It's such a weird feeling, you know, when you, especially when you forget about the penalty. Like, what's going on? But, oh, penalty. Right.
And there we go. We can see 1 minute you're sniffing around the back end of Carlsberg's Porsche. The next minute you can barely see him in the distance. So Jacayla,
1.5 seconds does on this track, doesn't it?
It is. Well,
1.5 seconds. It's
not even that.
Economy, really, if you can call it that.
And we are just coming. Well, this is going to be the last lap as well.
Will Carlsberg catch Footy? That's the question.
Well, he is. He's almost on top of him. Oh, and Footy's got another 0.5 second as well.
Did he serve the penalty? He should have served that penalty on thing. He's just obviously got another one on the bus stop, I imagine.
Yeah, he's picked another one up. So
this is what we're saying about pressure as well, wasn't it? About these little mistakes creeping in when you know someone's behind you. Everything
is just coming to Carlsberg now. His patience, his perseverance, it's all paid off. He's managed to shake off Jacayla. And
if he keeps it clean, he should get 4th.
Absolutely, just got to keep it clean. Just keep the pressure on the guy in front, Footy. He's the one that's got to serve the penalty. Carlsberg just needs to get within that 0.5 second touching distance, and he's going to claim that 4th position. I do just want to have a quick look and see where the leaders are, because we don't want to miss them crossing the line. And I've got a feeling that Vane might just park up again. No, he's gone across. So I thought Vane might have pulled up. So let's just have a look where Carlsberg and Footy. This is where the battle is. Oh, as Carlsberg. Oh, don't lose it there.
He's caught.
He's caught it. But let's just hope he doesn't pick a penalty up. I think he's just pushing.
He is pushing 2 halves. He's obviously sniffed the 4th places there, and he knows what the time conditions as well. But I think now what he's done is he's lifted it off the power, let the car and let the momentum sort of under the pendulum effect sort itself out with the tyres, and then got back on the power. If he hit the power too early there, he would have just swapped ends.
Yeah, and it just started to. He caught it well, but like I say, he's just pushing too hard. Like you say, he can sense it. He can see that Footy has got that penalty to serve. So we're just going to stay with these.
It's going to be the bus stop.
Just
it's going to be
through,
the braking zone into the bus stop, I think, where he's got his only opportunity.
We are going to have to leave these guys. Oh, we missed it. I was going to say, so we can miss it, but let's just go back. And,
did he handbrake turn the finish? Traditional GT style.
Yeah, the fuel light's flashing, but Gaz is definitely going to take the win for this one. So win number 2 for Gaz. Fantastic racing from him. Well done. Is it across the line? Yes, he is.
Yeah,
albeit sideways.
Yeah.
Did it trouble doing that?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's race win number 3. Sorry for Gaz so far this season. So he's having a great season so far.
Racing Sim, he comes in second with Ghost Pepper coming in third.
One point I've just noticed there as well, a couple of yellow flags came out. Well, if Ghost Pepper tried to make a move on Racing Sim, he would have been penalised for that.
I was just
to address that.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, and I've mentioned this before in other leagues as well, because guys like to do this handbrake across the finish line, and it exactly that, it causes a yellow flag. And as you say, if two guys behind,
just for that corner, is it? It's not just for that corner; it's for the entire sector. So
yeah, if they're racing and
be careful there.
Somebody overtakes, they will get a 3-second penalty for it. So you do have to be careful, absolutely. So let's just follow everybody else across the line then. So Footy gets 4th, Carlsberg 5th. Oh, unlucky. Jacala 6th, so really close at the end.
How close are them three?
Yeah,
one more lap, he would have got 4th place.
Sai in 7th. You can still see the yellow flag, so that would have been, it would have been difficult for Footy, Carlsberg and Jacala.
Yeah.
And then Vane, well, a long way off, but and carrying 1.5 seconds, so he's got to serve that. Otherwise, that would be 3 seconds when he crosses the line. Not that it matters to him.
I thought it rounded up to the nearest second, or maybe I'm wrong. No, they didn't even make the finish. So great racing again. Great sort of round at start. It's a shame I couldn't take part, but like I said, I had an issue at the border, which I explained in race 1.
Well, hopefully you'll be back
3
for next week. Next week, I believe we're at Maggiore West. So
European circuits on this one, so that we can.
It's a fantastic, fantastic track.
I love a Maggiore track. I tell you what, when you're on the Maggiore track and you first go down that dip before that banked hairpin in VR, your head goes all over the place like you're on a roller coaster. It's a really really weird feeling, and you're just gonna have to try it, Mark, one day. It's such a strange feeling. But you just think this is just incredible, you know.
Yeah, it will happen one day, but unfortunately it's on the list of things that I need. So if anybody is listening and would like to sponsor me, I need a rig, I need VR. So Chris, thank you very much for joining me this morning, this evening. Depends.
Just one more thing I'd like to mention, that we do have our Season 3 Hoppers Academy starting again next Tuesday. We're going to be using American GR3 cars, the FR cars only. They're going to be 6 rounds and of the usual format of 2 25-minute races, I believe. All the information will be on Discord. But with the Academy, as we've done previously, the leader of the series after round 4 chooses the track for round 6.
Fantastic.
So it could be any track at all. So we like to do that just to make sure that everyone's got something a little bit to fight for mid-season. And also, you want to be leading at round 4, you want to be in a good position.
Yeah.
And it's just, dare I say it, dangling a bit of a carrot. Just, like I said, just gets the guys more involved, and it's not just the guys, the host planning the series. It's more of a community sort of feel to it. So if you want to come and take part, please come and join our Discord, and hopefully we'll see you on track.
Yeah, so there you go, fantastic. So like Chris has just said, if you want to get involved, check out for the Tyre Shredders Racing on Discord, get in touch, and hopefully we can see you challenging these guys. So, yes, once again, Chris, thank you very much for joining me. We will catch up with everybody next week at Maggiore West. Looking forward to that one already. Remember, if you do enjoy these races, then please hit that like button. If you've not already subscribed, if you could do that as well, then that would really help me and the channel out a lot, so that we can carry on bringing these races. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you all again next week.